My name is Chelsea and welcome to my channel Life of Chelsea. So today I wanted to talk about a topic that randomly came to me at like 4 in the morning last night. I could not sleep and my mind was just wandering, and then it hit me that I hadn't made a video on this topic and that I kind of felt like I needed to. Today we're going to be talking about the ever so popular topic of bullying. Bullying, I must say, has reached a lot of light lately. It's definitely not like something that goes on that people don't talk about anymore. It's talked about, but it's still going on, and I think it's ridiculous. And the story that I'm going to tell you today is sad because it is bullying in college, and it happened to me, and it was awful. It was like a middle school flashback. So I've been bullied 2 times in my life. I feel like I want to talk about my bullying experience and then bullying in general. So I'm not trying to use like bullying as an outlet to like tell a story or blah blah blah. Like, I just want to talk about my bullying experiences because I think it will just kind of show like how ridiculous of a world we live in, and then I just want to kind of talk about bullying a little bit. So, and I feel like I need to give some background on my experience with it, so I'm not trying to use this as like some sort of weird outlet to like tell a story or something. Like, I actually do feel passionate about this topic. So basically, I've been bullied 2 times in my whole life, and maybe will again someday. Basically, the first time was in middle school. It was like 5th grade into middle school, and I had this friend, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna lie, I used to kind of be a compulsive liar when I was young. Not necessarily to a bad extent, it was nothing harmful, it was just that where I lived, a lot of people had a lot of money, and like I just, my family is like a middle class family, and we like, it's, I don't know, we have nice things, but we don't, like, they're acquired over time. Like, it's not just like I'm like, oh, I want a Mac computer and I go out tomorrow and buy one. It's like, okay, maybe we'll see in a year kind of thing. So anyway, and especially when I was younger, like, it wasn't necessary for me to have all that kind of stuff, because all this kind of stuff that we're using today wasn't even around back then. Like, of course there was like flip phones, but that was like it. So and these weird looking phones. Anyway, off topic. Basically, so I just kind of lied about stuff as far as like what my family had. Like, I would talk about like, I don't know. And anyway, it was not harmful stuff. It wasn't like I was a compulsive liar trying to convince people I was from like another planet. Like, it was just like, oh, like, I have this sort of phone even though I didn't, kind of thing. So that legit only lasted until 6th grade of middle school, but that's when one of my friend's older sister, she would like hear her younger sister talking to me, and she just kind of bullied me on the bus. Like, I remember one day I just wanted to do something different, and I wanted to put some pink in my hair. So I did this like spray on pink streak thing. It honestly didn't even look bad. It just looked like I had pink hair, and I wanted to do it. And I went on the bus, and of course she's like saying stuff. She's like sitting in the back and I sat in the front, and she was just like, "Hey, pink hair girl, blah blah blah." And my friend was on that bus and she didn't say a single thing, and that's kind of when our friendship started to drift apart, because I was kind of like, you're not even gonna stick up for me, like, your sister's talking crap about me, like. Anyway, so that was my first time getting bullied, really, but I got through that situation because I didn't react. I didn't turn around. I plugged in my music. I didn't care. I was more disappointed in my friend, and I didn't really care about her sister. So in that aspect, I was really strong. I didn't let anything get to me. I didn't show any vulnerability, because that's what bullies feed off of. And I just put my music in, act like I didn't hear it, and someone would be like, "Oh, that girl was calling you." I was like, I don't care to listen to what she has to say. And this was me in like early middle school, so the fact that I was able to do that was honestly, like, I'm so proud of myself. Now, fast forward to this year, actually more last year, but not last year like forever ago, like last year, like August through December, which is when I was in my fall semester when I was dorming at college. I'm back home now, as you can see. But anyway, I okay, basically it starts with an app called Yik Yak, and it's really popular if you're not in high school or if you're not in college. It's not necessarily popular in high schools, I don't think, but it's very popular in colleges and things like that. It's kind of faded a little bit since then, now that it's like the spring semester's like over. It's kind of faded a little bit, but it's still a thing. Anyway, so that app really just exploded at my college. It like at the beginning of the year it wasn't really a thing, and then all of a sudden I remember one day people just kept talking about Yik Yak, blah blah blah. So everyone had this app, and I was bullied to a really bad extent on it. Like, it was bad, like and it really just disappointed me because I expected so much more out of college and like college level students. But no, they're just like they are in high school. Oh my god, my phone's gonna die. They're just like they are in high school. But anyway, so so this app comes out, and I think the first time where things were really bad was when one day it was me and a few of my friends. We were walking around, and there's like the pool, and it's right by like the cafe. And we were like, oh, let's just go sit by the pool, like just sit in the sun. It was like one of those days where it wasn't too hot, but it was like nice enough to where it was nice to just be outside kind of thing. So we're sitting by the pool, and we have our clothes on, and it's not a big deal. Like, I felt like everyone at the pool was chill with it. They were just like, oh yeah, they're just chilling here. But we're pretty sure it was people in like the cafe looking down. They were just, it's called yakking. They were just yakking about us insanely. They were just like, oh my god, like, why do they have their clothes on? Like, what the hell? Like, are you too sensitive to show your body? Like, all these kind of stuff. I'm sitting here like, are you kidding me? So of course I'm sitting there flipping out about it. I'm like, what the hell? And then I guess someone at the pool yacked, and they were like, girl, shut the hell up. And they like described what I was wearing, and I was just like, is this what it's come to? Like, the app basically became a way for people to say what they were thinking, but not say it to your face. So there was no identification involved, and people could just say whatever they want. So people were always getting yacked about, and most of them didn't even know about it. Like, I remember I was walking through the cafe, and like something happened and it was yacked, and I didn't see it till like hours later, and I was just like, really? And I remember the one thing, and this is gonna sound really weird, but it's actually really scary, is there's this big thing, I'm not sure where it's from, it's called hogs, and basically it's just calling people hogs. And ever since that day at the pool, me and my group of friends, we got the rap of being hogs. And we don't know where this came from, we don't know, whatever. And yeah, that was just like our rep, I guess. And it was just weird, like, I felt stalked, because if we went somewhere, people knew. They'd be like, oh, hogs at the cafe, or they'd be like, hogs going here. Or like, I remember me, my friend, and my other friend, I was videotaping, and there's this big hill by our dorm, and they wanted to like roll down it, just like a fun thing. So we go at like 9 o'clock at night. This is days, weeks after that whole situation at the pool, and someone's like, oh, hogs are rolling, and they'd be like, hashtag gonna get them, hashtag gonna slay them, like blah blah blah, just saying these like weird things, just like, kind of like, what are you saying? Like, are you gonna kill me? Like, it was weird, and it was bad. Like, it got to a really bad point where I cried in my dorm because I felt like I couldn't go outside. Like, that's literally, sorry, I'm looking at my phone, it's like the viewfinder for this, but anyway, yeah, I felt like I couldn't even go outside, like it was that bad, and it was just really scary. Like, I remember people were they called me like a whale, like all this kind of stuff. Like, there was just a bunch of different incidences, but like my friend was there was like the four of us, and he would be at the library, and they'd be like, oh, hogs in the library, blah blah blah, and I was just like, who is this person? Like, who has the time? And it was just a weird app, and I felt like I was being stalked, like, and things were on there in an instant, and they stayed on there, and you're allowed to kind of report stuff, but it's still, when you report stuff, it stays on there for another like minute before it goes away, if it gets taken down because of too many reports or whatever. But yeah, like, we did this like fiesta thing, And me and my friend, of course, who was part of the hog group, went, and the chair, it wasn't him, like he's more heavy set, but it wasn't his fault. Like the chair was actually broken before he sat in it, so he sat down and it broke and he kind of like fell on the ground. Not even a millisecond later, it's on Yik Yak, because I checked my phone to see if it was on there, because I was gonna be like, yo. So I stood up for him. I was like, what's wrong with y'all, like blah blah blah. Like I just felt so bad. Like it was one of those things where it happened, but someone made it so weird. They're like, oh, like you're so fat you broke a chair, hashtag no fiesta for you. Like what? That's so messed up. And it's kind of like, that person's there, but they can't say it to your face. Like it was like the people at the pool who were like telling me to shut up because I was complaining about people stalking us. Hello. And they couldn't say it to my face, but they could like yak about it. Like really? Like it just kind of became a thing where people would just put on there what they didn't have the guts to say in person, to be honest. And it's gotten a lot better, I would say. Like it's not like that anymore, but who knows? I mean, maybe next fall it could turn into that again. I don't know, but it was an awful experience. Like I was crying in my room. I felt like I couldn't go outside. I was legit scared to go outside, and it was so bad. I'm not even kidding you guys. It was so bad because everywhere I went it'd get yacked about. Like I felt like I was being stalked. And uh it got so bad to where like if I went somewhere, like if I went to the cafe or something, I would check my phone as soon as I got back to make sure no one yacked about me. And if they did, I would just cry because I was like, what's going on? Like, who is this person? At different places around campus, different times a day. It was just crazy. And I just felt so bullied because the people on there were saying the meanest things. It wasn't like they were like, oh, they'd be like hog hunting, like nasty hogs, blah, blah, blah. Gonna slay them, gonna kill them, like blah, blah, blah. Like, just such vulgar language. Like, who talks like that? And it was quite the experience. But basically, yeah, so those were my 2 times getting bullied, and they were awful, and I can't imagine. And those, I mean, the whole like yik yak thing went on for like a couple weeks, maybe a month, but it eventually faded out. But I couldn't imagine someone going through that kind of stuff every day. So I just want to say that if you're someone that's getting bullied, number one, don't show vulnerability, because vulnerability is just kind of feeds into what they want. Of course you want to cry or you want to just freak out when people are saying these mean and nasty things, or they seem like they're stalking you, or blah blah blah, but in all honesty they're just looking for a reaction. And people sadly in this world feed off of other people's reactions of like negativity. So number one, as far as advice in bullying, is just don't be vulnerable, and just know, I mean, it's like so cheesy but to say that it gets better, but my phone died. In all honesty, it does get better. You will eventually move on, you will go to a different school, you will grow up, you'll be able to defend yourself. The odds are that it's gonna happen to you, which is sad in this world, but odds are it is gonna happen to you. So definitely just kind of be prepared and just know when to speak up. If it's something really bad, then hell yeah, speak up. Like when my friend was at the fiesta, I was like, how dare you guys? Like, that's so messed up to put that on, like, something that everyone here is gonna see. Like, that's just so messed up. And eventually I ended up deleting the app, actually, because I couldn't stand it anymore. I wouldn't support it. And I guess it was peaceful bliss, you know. But anyway, as far as just bullying goes, I'm not sure what it's going to take to stop it, but I think there needs to be some sort of unity amongst people to realize that we are all human beings, and that, no one deserves to be treated any different than how you would want to be treated. And it's just sad because, I used to be able to say that, oh, I was bullied once in elementary school, like for like a couple times, like it was fine. But now that I have to say that I was bullied in college is sad, because what the hell, like that's not supposed to be happening in college. And the thing is to just stay strong. If it makes you feel better, talk to someone. I know that's like what everyone says, but and it usually doesn't help. Usually you'll tell a teacher or something and nothing happens. I completely understand where you're coming from, but it comes to a point where if your safety is involved, you always need to tell someone. And you know, you should have the relationship with your parents where you can tell them, but at the end of the day, the best way is to just stand up for yourself and be like, look, I know you're insecure, but you need to stop talking about me, or you need to stop threatening me, or blah blah blah, or else some people that can put you away for a long time are gonna get involved, okay? So that's what I would say nowadays. But anyway, just be strong, keep your head up. It will end, it will move on. I can't stand to see people that take their lives or commit suicide over bullying. I think that's just, like, how do people live with themselves knowing that they've done that to people, or even do bullying at all? It doesn't even matter if they take their life, like, anyway, so I just wanted to make this video just to add to the millions out there. Is there millions? Maybe thousands, I don't know, of video. There's probably not millions of videos of the probably hundreds or thousands out there, to just kind of raise awareness, raise support. And if one person sees this that's either being bullied or is a bully, and like understands it more, and does something and changes, or blah blah blah, then I've reached a sense of satisfaction with putting this video up. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please subscribe if you'd like to, and yeah, so thanks for watching Life of Chelsey, and I'll see you next time.